What's up, guys? So, where I come from, being that it's the Bible Belt, a lot of people seem to not be able to understand what the difference between agnostic and atheist and Satanist and all that is. If you're not Christian, for some reason they think you're a Satanist. And, yeah. But I wanted to say the difference between, Agnosticism and Atheism. For one, the words, what they mean. Agnosticism is without knowledge and or lacking knowledge. Atheist is without belief. It's or lack of belief. But I would say it's more of a without belief and without knowledge. Without knowledge, the reason it's that is because agnosticism is the idea that we can't tell whether there is or there is not a God. And it's more or less like, I need evidence, and since we don't have that knowledge, I'm not going to blindly put my beliefs in one way or the other. There might be a God, there might not be a God. Now, with agnosticism, a lot of times you'll have people that, if you ask an agnostic whether they do believe in God or whether they don't, you'll get a kind of an answer that's like, it's possible, or not really. So you kind of get into like an agnostic atheist or agnostic theist, which is more or less, agnostic atheist is much more common because it requires evidence is all it is. And the second part is more or less just saying kind of more of what they're leaning towards. So, yeah. But, sorry, I have so much time to eat and get to where I need to go. And this pizza is delicious. Fucking hot, though. Oh my god, I think I just burnt my tongue. Yeah, neither of those are satanic in belief. They're also not pagan or anything like that. So, stop fucking it up. When I first said that I was agnostic or atheist, the people that are around me, like not my friends, but just people that happen to be listening in because they decide to ask me my religious views, start calling me a Satanist and all this. The reason this came out, though, the reason people started actually like asking me my religious beliefs was because of the song I wrote called King of Flames. Now, if you actually knew the lyrics to this song, you wouldn't be asking me the question of whether I'm Christian or anything like that. You'd be questioning your own beliefs, because the song is about people who are claiming a God but not following by any kind of real moral code. They're just fucking everybody over, and then claiming that Jesus is their savior and all this other shit, but all they're doing is spewing hate, and then they're saying that their God is all forgiving and loving and shit like that. It's like, well, if your God is all loving and forgiving, then you're definitely not going to go meet him. That's for damn sure. But, yeah, so this came up because I wrote a song called King of Flames, which is, basically the corruption of an idea, which is that the world can live in peace and all this other shit. And, a lot of people claim to be of an all-loving God, and then they don't act like an all-loving person. I mean, you can't actually act like an all-loving person. That's just impossible. You would have to be insane to do that, because everybody gets pissed off at some point in time. The thing is that whether or not you forgive, or if you're going to sit there and hold the grudge for all eternity until you get payback or some shit like that, which a lot of people are like that. So, yeah. But that brought up my religious views, and yeah, it made me actually have to sit there and try to explain to these people. But they wouldn't listen to me, and they even said that they don't give a damn because, I'm a Satanist bastard or some shit like that. And, yeah, I was like, that's... Like, if you just don't want to hear, that's fine. You're a dick for asking me my religious views just so you can be a dick to me. But, at the same time, you're now a complete and utter dumb fuck. Because you just called me a Satanist. And I just told you what I was. Satanist was not in that. It's like, oh, you're playing metal music, Satanist. It's like, there is a thing called Christian metal. It's actually pretty decent. There's a band called Rent Veal. They're from Tennessee, which is where I'm from. And they do some really good metal songs that have to do with Christ and all that. They're actually really good songs. Despite their meanings and all that, they're really good. And I actually enjoy listening to them. Even though that's not my belief, the music itself is fantastic. And I appreciate music. When it's good and well written, I just have to love it. It's just one of those things. Like, I hate what music's turning into, which is this pop culture repeat shit bullshit. But yeah, I felt like explaining the difference between atheist, agnostic, and Satanist. If you want, I can make a video explaining what Satanism is, but, being that it actually has beliefs behind it and all that, and, yeah, I would actually have to make that into a whole nother video for that to work, which is why I didn't actually bring it up on what it means, because I'd be sitting here talking about it for quite some time. I could try to summarize it, but I'd rather not, because every time you summarize something, the next guy decides to summarize what your summary was, which is fucking retarded, and then that gets summarized, and so on and so forth, to the point that Satanism is just, oh, it's just a pagan religion. They believe in the devil. They worship him. It's just like, okay. What about atheists? They just hate God. How did you... the word itself is its definition. I mean, where do you... I don't... Fuck you. Agnosticism. They're just... They're confused. Agnostics, they're just confused people. It's like, I guess. Let's just go with that. Yeah, fuck it. I'm confused. It's like, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand what is going on in my brain. I think there's a God. I think there's not a God. I just don't know. I don't fucking know. I have no fucking idea. I've been sitting here. I just keep fucking asking myself, is there a God? And I don't know. I've been sitting here flipping through Bibles and the Quran and other holy books, and I just fucking know. I don't fucking know. I have no fucking idea. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to end this video because I have nothing further to say. And this pizza's actually really good. I'm sitting here picking off the pepperonis, and then I'll end up with like a half cheese pizza. And I don't want that. So, yeah. If you want to hear more about other religions, I can sit here and tell you about a bunch of different religions. Just tell me which ones. I'll look them up. Go into like this great big research about them so I don't fuck up and offend anybody. I can tell you more about Christianity and Islam and Judaism and the off branches of all those, like, how Islam kind of breaks into Sunni and Shiite and, all that shit. It then breaks down further, and Christianity tends to break into Catholicism and Eastern Orthodox and then break into other ones. But yeah, I can tell you more about those, the history of them and all that shit if you want me to. Just ask. Ask what religions you want. I'll look them up. I'll go and just really research them. It might take me a little while, simply because if you ask me a religion that I've, never heard of, it might take me a bit to actually find something on it. I'm sure it has a wiki page or some shit, but, yeah. Just thought about talking about religion for a little bit, because, I'm not a Satanist, but I come from a place where apparently I am, because I don't believe in God. And, yeah. So, I'll see you guys. I'm gonna finish my pizza. Like, comment, subscribe, and, if somebody could, get me another pizza, because, pizza's fucking delicious. Oh, fuck, it's stuck. Oh, no, it's good. It's good. I lied. I'm sorry. Like, comment, and subscribe.